You must have heard people saying that either the sky ate it or the ground swallowed it. But there is a place on Earth where people have claimed that this actually happens. This place is in the west region of the North Atlantic Ocean. It's between the USA state Florida, Puerto Rico Island, and Bermuda. Because these three together make a triangle, this area is called the Bermuda Triangle. But due to the accidents that have happened in this area, it has been given other names as well, like Devil's Triangle, the lingo of the lost. The question is, how did the discussion about this area begin? In the 1950s, there was little discussion of this topic in the US media. But for the first time, people started calling it the Bermuda Triangle when an article was published in Argosy magazine by Vincent Gaddis. He wrote that there is an area near Florida which is made up of 3 points. There are some strange activities going on, and he named the article the Deadly Bermuda Triangle. After that, whenever it was talked about, people called it the Bermuda Triangle. And since then it is called the Bermuda Triangle. The biggest problem with this Bermuda Triangle was that as soon as you go to this area, radios or compasses would not work there. The readings of electronic devices would fluctuate. All this was happening. Along with it, ships and aircraft were disappearing. People were also disappearing, and one couldn't even find a small piece after it vanished. When all these incidents were happening, people started assuming different things. Some people claimed there was a sea monster. Some people claimed that aliens had a presence in this area. Some people started linking it with the conspiracy of the Illuminati, but nothing was confirmed. If you search, you will find that almost no other topic has had as many movies, books, or documentaries made about it as the Bermuda Triangle has. In 1888, there was a ship named Ellen Austin. It was traveling from England to New York. After traveling for 2 to 3 days, the captain of this ship, Captain Griffin, took an unplanned shortcut to arrive early. This shortcut was going through the Bermuda Triangle. However, as soon as the Bermuda Triangle area arrived, Captain Griffin saw a small boat at a distance, moving from here to there in an odd pattern. The captain tried to communicate several times, but there was no response from the boat. Initially, these people were scared, but after some time the captain sent some people in that boat to check why there was no response. After reaching that boat, everyone was shocked. The whole boat was empty. There was no one on it. No captain, no crew, no passengers. Everything was safe. There was no damage to the boat. After that, they decided to take the boat with them to New York and inform the authorities so that any illegal activity could be tracked. When they were taking the boat with them towards New York, there was a severe storm and the boat disappeared. As soon as the storm calmed down, the boat reappeared. But everyone was shocked to see the boat because all the people who were taking that boat to New York were missing, and nothing happened to the boat. After this, they left the boat there and left for New York. The following day, this story spread throughout the world. There was another ship called Mary Celeste. It was to leave for Italy on November 7, 1872 from New York, and it was too crowded. But when this ship reached near the Bermuda Triangle, it disappeared shortly after that. It was searched a lot, but was nowhere to be found. But after about 1 month, on December 4, 1872, this ship was seen floating near the Bermuda Triangle. The people who saw the ship informed the authorities. After that, the rescue team was sent to the location. The most surprising aspect was that there was not a single man on the entire ship. There was no damage to the ship. Even the food on the dinner table was lying as it was. The plates of food were lying as they were, but the captain, crew, and passengers were all missing. It is still unknown where these people have gone. After this, on December 5, 1945, a group of 5 fighter planes sailed to Florida for training in navigation and combat fighting. This group was named Flight 19. They were all trainees and their senior lieutenant was named Charles. The route of their training was that they would leave from Florida, drop bombs at Chicken Drop, then head to Grand Bahama, and return to base in Florida. The weather was clear at that particular time, but as soon as these people left, after 2 hours, the weather turned bad. Their leader Charles decided that he would not complete the task but would return. Charles took a look at his compass, but it wasn't working. His other compass wasn't working as well. He coordinated with his team, but their compasses were not working either. When the ground team tracked them, they found out the entire team was directionless. After that, another aircraft was sent to find them, and that too disappeared. Its last message was, "Something is burning here at a height of 100 feet, and then it also disappeared. It is written in the book of Christopher Columbus that when he left Europe and reached the Bermuda Triangle, his compass stopped working and he lost his way. As Columbus used to travel, he wrote in his diary. He wrote in 1492 that the compass was not working and that the light was falling from the sky like a candle. Bruce Jernon is the only man to have survived the Bermuda Triangle and come back. Bruce used to travel regularly from the Bahamas to Florida. It used to take him about an hour and a half traveling from the Bahamas to Florida. But once he was flying the plane above 10,000 feet above the Bermuda Triangle, the weather was clear. There was neither rain nor thunderstorm. But suddenly, there were very heavy clouds, and the clouds were there for a long time. The heavy clouds kept hovering there for a long time. It was so dark that not even a single ray of sunlight could pass through it. Clouds were getting heavier as Bruce went on, and the plane instruments were not working. The compass wasn't working either. and it seemed to him that there was some external force controlling the plane. The team on the ground suddenly stopped getting their location. But he didn't stop. He continued to fly the plane in those heavy clouds. Then the clouds went away after a while. He contacted the ground team, but everyone was shocked as the plane reached Florida in just 45 minutes, which was practically impossible. The distance was 250 miles. It should have been completed in 1.5 hours because the maximum speed of this plane model was 180 miles per hour. Practically, it was not possible that he would reach Florida in 45 minutes. When they checked the fuel, it was as it was. It didn't even decrease. Later on, he wrote a book about it. The stories I am telling you, there are many more such stories about the Bermuda Triangle which are in the form of books, movies, and documentaries. The reason behind this is that people like mysterious stories. People like to build a connection with those stories because these conspiracy stories are very interesting. Real facts are kind of boring. They seem like studies. And this is business. Stories like, earlier there was a Bermuda Triangle, there was a civilization under it, and there we will meet aliens, sold in the millions. You can search. There are many movies related to the Bermuda Triangle. You will get tired of watching so many movies. If you search for a book, there are many books with different stories, from aliens to the Illuminati. Someone with imagination has created and sold stories of that caliber. By picking a few data points from a particular incident that are 100 to 200 years old which cannot be verified, we believe anything. When I was telling all the stories, then questions will definitely come to your mind that if this place is so mysterious, then why is it not being talked about nowadays? If someone has to go to Florida, he will use a plane or ship and will use the Bermuda Triangle route. In fact, the Bermuda Triangle is the heaviest traffic zone. We have advanced in technology in the last 10 years. Now, even before the weather gets worse, you are already warned. Science and technology have advanced so much. Today's devices and machinery are so advanced that whenever there is bad weather or some kind of issue, it can be detected from very far away, which was not available before. Because of this, it can be concluded that bad weather was the main cause of the incidents. Today, thousands of ships and planes go from one side to another in the Bermuda Triangle. It is a big mistake to call the Bermuda Triangle dangerous. Today's facts, the Bermuda Triangle is the busiest traffic zone. If you look at the whole world, it is such a heavy traffic zone because one side is the Atlantic Ocean, and on the other side is Europe. There is a lot of traffic. If you look at today's facts, there is no evidence of aliens there. If there were aliens, they would have been found by now. Science has also proved that there is no presence of aliens. All the accidents that have happened. The entire world is covered with water, 71% is water, only 29% of the land exists. So it is a fact that there are more ship accidents than planes. And in the Bermuda Triangle, the weather is bad all the time, so the rate of accidents was also higher. It was not possible to communicate earlier. There was no technology in earlier days. Because of that, there were no reports of accidents. I will tell you an interesting fact. If we talk about accidents, there are fewer accidents in the Bermuda Triangle compared to the Indian Ocean. In the Indian Ocean, the accident rate is 100 times more. But nobody talks about it because no one has written a story about it. In the end, we have to believe that whether it is the Bermuda Triangle or anywhere, we need interesting stories. We need interesting conspiracies. When the facts are very boring, then we create stories from our imagination. We try to build a connection with them. And the Bermuda Triangle is an interesting topic. The theories related to it are very good for entertainment. At the end of the day, we know these theories are only for entertainment. There are many movies that are made for entertainment. There are many books that are sold. There are many stories that are told. I hope you found the topic interesting. If you find the story interesting, do let me know in the comments section. And to the new viewers, do not forget to subscribe. We will come back with an interesting story in the next video. Until then, take care.